Okay, welcome. My name is Ernest Flagg. I'm with Nursing and Behavioral Health Services. This video will focus on Virginia, specifically starting the IDD and DD group home or congregate residential facility in Virginia. We love Virginia. We love Virginia a whole lot. In fact, we will be moving and opening a new office in Virginia in the very near future. This is something that we've been working on for the past year, and it's definitely in the making and going to become reality. One of the other reasons we like Virginia is one, Virginia process for opening an IDD or DD facility or group home is not convoluted as some states happen to be. And also, Virginia has well over 10,000 individuals over 10,000 individuals on their waiting list. Another reason we like Virginia is because their per diems are for the relatively high functioning clients are rather impressive. Recently, hold on, wait a minute, we got it right here. All right, this is it right here. Support levels and tiers right here. And this is for Virginia. Let me see, I don't know if you can actually see this, but if you look at here, I'll show you this document that does say Virginia right over. I'm gonna make sure y'all get this document though. I'm gonna make this document available, but it does say Virginia Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Services. But their daily rate right here is $232, and they pay a 344 day year and allow for 21 absences. And keep in mind, they cap the billing at 344 days, so you're not getting paid for a full month. In other words, that's what that means. But if you look at it, that's $232. In fact, that number is low because I know it's right at about $240 something. But if you look at that, even $240 or $232 a day, with allowing up to 4 residents in a home, you're looking at about $7,200 a month per client. With 4 individuals in a home, you're looking at about $32,000. Right around $32,000. And that's with the Social Security or the SSI or the rent payment of $650 per month. So that's not a bad number, particularly if you're looking at about a 40 to 45% return, and that's monthly, and that's running your facility very lean. You are not playing with a lot of overtime. You know, you got cameras in there, so you're watching them, making sure they're not stealing your food. Or your food. Well, I won't say stealing your food. How about you got cameras in there, so that'll help out with the food walking away. You know, sometimes food can grow legs and disappear from your sight or out of the refrigerator or freezer. So, okay. So, and you're watching overtime, you're watching the lights and the electric and all of that stuff, and you're running a pretty lean ship. You know, there's not a lot of repairs going on, so your facility is in good maintenance as well. So this is some of the reasons we like Virginia. The other reason I like Virginia is because Virginia does not require you to have a home already in order to apply. That's good news, because that means you don't have to spend that $20,000, $30,000 deposit, or down payment on purchasing of a house. Again, we advocate leasing a facility because it is a lot more economical. It allows you to hold your monies in your pocket, but If you have to buy one, again, Virginia does not. You may have to buy one. You may desire to buy one. Lots of our clients buy homes, and we totally advocate against that. Unless you got a home you truly are in love with, a community that you truly love and desire to be a part of, then you purchase the home. Other than that, lease that home, because find a landlord out there that will help you make that project a reality, and they're comfortable with you modifying or making modifications in their facility. A lot of people won't allow that. You ain't coming. A lot of people, firstly, don't want the mentally impaired, the developmentally disabled, IDD populations even in their community, or they don't even want to be associated with helping the disabled. And others got that whole concept, not in my backyard, not a part of my property as well. So, you might run into a plethora of landlords that might just tell you, no, go to hell, get out of here, nope, not having it. But then you keep in mind the housing market has not recovered really from this big old collapse that they've taken. So a lot of people sitting on properties with nothing to do with them, and they're a lot more open to different types of ventures in the property and receptive to specifically the project that you're trying to make happen involving the developmentally disabled or DD populations, and they'd be comfortable with allow you to modify their home as long as you're leasing it, paying it on time, and taking care of the property as well. Now, one of our most biggest populations happen to be nurses and then healthcare professionals, and then the everyday Joe Blow. I don't know how that probably, well, I have an idea how it happened. A lot of our marketing materials are geared toward healthcare professionals, but then a lot of the nurses that are coming through are not, they're stumbling up on us as opposed to being hit directly with our marketing materials. So I'm really thinking that, a lot of nurses really are seeing the writing on the wall. A lot of nurses are more so interested in, a lot of nurses are simply the breadwinners. They are the breadwinners of the family and the primary breadwinners of the family, and they are really looking toward entrepreneurship, because as a nurse, you got nothing coming when you retire. Zilch. Zero. Okay? Coming other than your retirement, other than what you put away. But nursing and behavioral health services, we focus on assisting individuals in starting, managing, and growing personal care businesses in all states. We've been at this for 20 years. We don't have to guess at what to do. We do not have to guess at what to do. I've been doing this for a number of years. I have owned a plethora of facilities and sold them. And to today, I still maintain my initial business, which is healthcare consulting or developing personal care businesses. That's your home care, home health agency. That's a nursing home. That's an assisted living facility. This is what we do. This is what we do and do very well. And the individuals that work for me are just as highly competent in this industry. I am a registered nurse also in a number of states, including Virginia. And I also hold a master's in public administration. And my focus has been program, policy, and process design. We develop policies and procedures, program materials, specialized program materials, and can help usher your business from start to finish and assist you in making that venture a reality. So I want to encourage you to come along with us in Virginia, pull us along on your project, and let's make it happen. You're a nurse, you're a healthcare professional, you're a doctor. You don't have to worry about the policies, the procedures, the program material, what trainings. Pay an expert for that. Pay somebody that can help cultivate and nurture your project from start to finish. And that's us, okay? So again, I'm focusing on Virginia right now. I want to show you some specific pieces that you need to, pieces of information you need to have in order to make your project a reality, in order to get your project up and running off the ground. If you would simply go to Google and type in Virginia DBHDS, you would ultimately come to this web page right here. All right, this particular page, and you can just simply click on licensing application, the initial provider licensing application package right here. Boom. And then that takes us here. All right. Now, I want to show you something. Keep in mind, this piece right here is only for if you want to do children's residential services. But if you don't want to do children's, you would click here. The information here is relevant as well. Okay. Now, I want to show you this here. To be licensed by DBHDS to provide services, okay, with the exception of children's residential services, the applicant must do this. Submit and receive a preliminary approval of the initial provider application and all attachments. So that's your credentials. That is certain inspections for the home. But the application must be complete, and these items must come along with it. That also include your program materials. Demonstrate knowledge, submit, receive approval of, and demonstrate knowledge of the required licensing policies and procedure form. Okay, this link right here will take you directly to the administrative rules, which is Chapter 105, governing the IDD-DD group home. Now, because there are other programs that fall under here, that will this document will allude to them. Definitions will be here pertaining to them, but also you'll exclude that and you ignore that and focus on the items that are unique to your particular facility, your IDD-DD group home. See, they're talking about activities of daily living here. Behavioral interventions. They're giving you information that's unique to they're giving you general definitions right here, but some of them may not be applicable to your particular facility. Now, if we go down here to scroll down a little more, where is that at? Right here, we come to management and administration. Now they're getting into talking about specific things that are related to the governance of your IDD, DD, or congregate care facility. And when I say IDD, DD, just keep in mind I'm talking about the intellectually disabled and I'm talking about the developmentally disabled. The IDD is the population that exclusively scored an IQ of, I believe it's 60 or below, but it's unique to their IQ level. Here, they're giving you an example, okay, of policy fragment. Here is pre-admission, screening, discharge planning. They're telling you and signaling to you that you must have a pre-admission screening, discharge planning, policy and procedure in place for your facility. Okay, well, it's providers responsible for complying with this particular code and ordinance, this particular sections of the code. If this is not you, then you don't have to worry about that particular policy and procedure. But if it is, then you see here, they provide you with policy fragments, which look to the minimum elements that need to be included in your policy, okay, and your procedure. Let's come on down here. We'll go down a few more pages and we'll look at something else. Operating authority. They're defining that for you. They talk about the appointment of an administrator in your facility. They tell you what fiscal accountability means to them. And you need to know what it means to them, because this is the Bible, or so to say, or the rules that you will be judged by, that you will be responsible for adhering to. Your fee schedule. You need a policy governing your fee schedule, okay? You need a policy on funds of the individuals receiving services. And these are fragments here that talk to the minimum piece that your policy needs to consider, okay? And that you need to initiate, or you need to follow. So if you're developing a policy and procedure, that and DBHDS will have a checklist of all the policies and procedures that you need to adhere to, and they will always be referencing these administrative rules or like what you got right here, these administrative codes like 12 VAC 35-105-230, you will be coming back here to look at that policy and make this policy statement or this administrative rule and make sure that your policy reflects the minimum requirements that they're speaking about right here, or the concerns that they express here. Now, when you come down here to service description and staffing, be make sure you look at every one of these codes, because now they're getting into policy, procedure, and program description. And these elements must be met, okay? Must be met to the T. Now, in phase one is the first part where you just simply submit all of your program material for approval and wait on them to review it and send you back a bunch of red ink all over your program material saying, we like this, we love that, take this out, this ain't right, you missed this. That's phase one. And they only looking at certain parts of your program material. So keep in mind, when they come out in phase two, when you get your home or they approve phase one and they come out in phase two, they're still going to look at your program material again, and they may find something different in there and say, oh, we missed this the first time, but guess what? We got it this time. You need to put this in here. This is missing. That is missing. So keep that in mind, that that this particular section needs to be met fully. Staffing plan, because it's no joke. You want to get approved the first time around, and that's the goal we set for all of our clients, is to get them approved the first time around so that they can go ahead and get about focusing on getting their home put together properly, getting that home up compliant in terms of your smoke detectors, your fire extinguishers, your specialized locks on the doors, the menu in there, getting the room set up exactly as required with the bed, the proper bed, the dresser, nightstand, mirror. You want a towel rack in the bedroom, because you do not want to have them put the towel rack in the bathroom, because you got 4 people in there. What that look like, having 4 towel racks in the bathroom or 4 towels? That just reminded me of my home. That was a disaster. That was a disaster. To have a house with kids, and just think about that. Everybody got towels in the bathroom, and there's towels all over the bathroom. So no. Put the towel rack in the client's closet area where they can take their hand towel and dry towel back to their room each time. But that's another conversation. If you see, this is 28 or 55, so the program material, the screening, admission assessment, and all that information, assessment policy, this is very detailed. Okay, this is very detailed, and that's a good thing, because now the information is like right in your face. Now the information is just like right in your face. So you can't really say you didn't see it, because it's right here. You just have to align your policies and procedures to meet these standards. Again, these are policy fragments that you're looking at from page let me see, 26, service description and staffing. So this is from 26 on down. These are policy fragments, meaning your policy and procedure must look a certain way. It must be well written and look a certain way. And then let me see if I can pull it up to give you a sample of what that boy might need to look like, so that we give you a sample of what this thing might need to look like, so you're not guessing at I can help you out a little bit. Personnel policies, P&P. Personnel policy, P&P. So if we look at personnel policies for this particular client, I mean, you see how well written this is, how organized it is. You know, this is, you know, I mean, this covers a lot here. And so if we go to a specific policy and procedure, we'll go right here. This is affirmative action. You see this here is defined. Here's the policy. Okay, and that there was no necessary procedure in that case, nor in this one either. So I don't think any of this one. But in clinical supervision, there is. It's policy, purpose, procedure, special instructions, and definitions. So I'm going to give you a sample of this, and then I'm going to get out of this because this is proprietary information. We own it, okay, but it is a client that we put together, and this is a client in another state, but I guess what? That's an approved client. That's a client that got approved as well. So keep in mind your policies and procedures must be well written, and that these licensing rules are simply policy statements or fragments, and that they are the minimum pieces or elements that need to be included in your policy and procedure. So going back again, starting an IDD and DD group home in Virginia starts right here on this particular page. Right here on this particular page. And you need to go down this page because everything is applicable. You see this right here? That's the initial licensing application packet. Here's the new applicant video that they want you to get. All right? Let me see here. New applicant video that they want you to have. This one here, the human rights policies and procedures, they want you to sit in a class and come down there and sit in a class where they talk about human rights and how overarching or how wide or broad human rights are, and how clients got all the rights, or the residents or individuals we serve got all the rights and you got none. And that's the truth. Don't forget that. So they want you to sit in that class. They'll give you a certificate at the end of the class to say you attended it, and then they'll give you all the elements that need to be included in your policies and procedures, all things we would help you with if you came through our agency and we supported you in the process. What else is here? The DBH DS process for licensing. Here's the initial provider application. This is an overview right here of what to expect. So they talk about phase 1 and phase 2. A good thing, again, you do not have to have a home to start your application process in Virginia. That's beautiful. So that means during this 6-month period, and it takes about 6 to 9 months in Virginia. So during this 6 to 9 month period, we're working on your policies and procedures. You're hunting for a home. You're learning and learning about all of this, you know, and you're hunting for a home, but you're learning about all of this and what and how to run the day-to-day affairs of a group home. And we have trainings that can also help you with that. But it's a 6 to 9 month period, and it's a lot going on. It's a lot for you to learn. Because again, licensing is one thing, but running the day-to-day affairs of that boy is another. And what you want to do is really get deeply engulfed in all of this on this particular page. Everything on this page. Take your time. This is an educational experience, and becoming a provider of IDD and DD services, oh my God, you will be on the learning curve. For real, you will be on the learning curve, and it's just so much for you to learn. But guess what? The rewards are huge. All my life I've been helping individuals, helping clients, helping people who have been mentally impaired, developmentally disabled. Yes, I've made money doing what I do, but I'm supposed to, because you can't take care of people free. And so feel good about charging individuals rates to come into your home, because you can't render quality services free. You cannot. You cannot help anybody if you can't even fix a sore on somebody. You can't even stop a bleed on somebody if you don't have a Band-Aid, and Band-Aids cost. Again, my name is Ernest Flagg. I'm with Nursing and Behavioral Health Services. Visit our website, schedule a consultation, click on Featured Consults right up here at the top of the page, sitting right here. Featured Consults right there. All right, and or just sitting right here, right there. Click Featured Consultations and go ahead, and it'll take you right there. I'll click it. Let's click it. it'll take you right here, and you can click on this link right here to IDD Group Home, IDD Group Home Counsel, and schedule consultation so we can start working on your project and making it a reality. Okay. Again, my name is Ernest Flagg, and I look forward to holding a consultation with you, or there will be others out in our office that can help you. But again, if you don't call,